Cześć, witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie i pozdrawiam. Wiecie co, drodzy Państwo, nie dziwi mnie, że taki mocny hype powstał wokół tego tytułu po kilkudziesięciu minutach gry. Z pierwszego odcinka czuję, że to jest gra godna uwagi dla ludzi znających to uniwersum, jak i również ci, co dopiero będą je poznawać, tak jak ja. Zatem bez zbędnego gadania zaczynamy dzisiejszy odcinek. My jesteśmy tu w pokoju wspólnym, tylko pytanie, czy ja bym chciał tu coś jeszcze sobie poeksplorować. Zdecydowanie jakieś jabłuszka. Kurczę, duża dbałość o szczegóły na pierwszy rzut oka w tym tytule. Dobra, my mamy przejść do pokoju wspólnego. Czy to oznacza, że my musimy wyjść stąd? Tak mi się wydaje. Okej, dobrze, że możemy chociaż tu biegać.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
It's that new fifth year. Must be different. Starting Hogwarts in your fifth year.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon. Like that poor man.
That is not helpful.
The way they just bought it. Yeah, they sorted it out.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Ekscytujące czy przerażające, drodzy Państwo? Ekscytujące chyba to było.
Dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
Okej, czyli dzisiaj odcineczek, że będziemy wszystkich naszych towarzyszy poznawać.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me.
Siema.
Not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Szkoda, że ciebie tam nie było.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
To latanie mnie trochę zaintrygowało.
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Kurczę, kiedy ja się nauczę tych wszystkich imion? Ja już widzę, że tu ich sporo.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new fifth year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Kurczę, ten się wydaje trochę podejrzany.
Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
O kurde, biegniemy do pani wicedyrektor.
Revelio.
Uaa! Przerażające kości.
Can't decide if I like
W dobrym kierunku? W dobrym kniemy. Dzień dobry, pani profesor.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Vera, weź to poskładaj do kupy, jak się rozsypała księga. Voila.
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Nie. Tu mamy skrzynkę, do której bym chciał zajrzeć.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Na posąg. Kurde, ja na skrzyni się skupiłem, bo to mi coś ciekawego było. Posąg Kelpie. Odblokowano wyzwanie. Zbierz strony przewodnika w Hogwarcie. Otwórz przewodnik. Oto twój czarodziejski poziom. Punkty doświadczenia zdobyte w wyzwaniach zwiększają twój poziom i moc. Śledź swoje postępy w wyzwaniach. Okej. Każde wyzwanie ma poziomy. Za każdy ukończony poziom zostają odblokowane nagrody specjalne. Od wyglądów aż po istotne modyfikacje. Mam nadzieję, że ogarniemy to wszystko z tą księgą.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Kurczę, czyli tego zaklęcia będziemy musieli często używać. Smok światów.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Hogwart jest podzielony na dwa główne obszary. Po lewej stronie mapy znajdują się kwatery mieszkalne uczniów i nauczycieli, a także pokoje wspólne domów i wielka sala. Tylko nie czaję, jak mamy wielką salę tu znaleźć. Ona miała być gdzieś z dołu. Na inne mapki nie możemy sobie najechać. Flagi właściwie. Okej, w tym widoku możesz zobaczyć płomienie Fiu dostępne w tym regionie. Zielone płomienie Fiu reprezentują płomienie już odkryte w tym pokoju, w tym pokój wspólny twojego domu. Po prawej stronie są błonia, gdzie możesz znaleźć pracownie i inne ważne miejsca szkoły, takie jak wieża astronomiczna, biblioteka czy szklarnie. Wybierz rejon aneksu biblioteki. W sali głównej użyj R, by obrócić mapę i naciśnij, aby przenieść się. Obrócić w ten sposób. No to fruniemy do tej sali głównej. Trochę na razie wychodzi nam to chaotycznie, gdyż musimy się zapoznać z tymi mechanikami.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time.
Ani nie zdążę ruszyć powieką, nadgonimy ten materiał, pani profesor.
Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Z poziomu mapy możesz śledzić dostępne misje. Okej, strony przewodnika, aż 150 można ich zdobyć, a my mamy pierwszą. Ten symbol przedstawia główne misje. Przechodzenie głównych misji rozwinie fabułę, odblokuje nowe funkcje i zapewni punkty doświadczenia. Niektóre misje są zablokowane ze względu na wymagania zaklęć lub poziomu. Zadania profesorów, aby zdobyć nowe zaklęcia. Bardzo fajnie. Zajęcia z zaklęć.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Misja ukończona. Witaj w Hogwarcie.
Revelio.
Okej, kolejna znajdźka. Chyba z tego będziemy musieli zdecydowanie często korzystać.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Bit of snot on your nose. Thought you'd want to know.
Zamek, poziom drugi. Czyli co, będziemy mogli tutaj otwierać zamki. Ciekawe, czy będzie to coś w rodzaju otwierania zamków jak w Dying Light, kluczem, wytrychem tam właściwie było.
Revelio.
Co tu za schodami, bo ten dźwięk taki... Dobra, zegar jedynie. Klasa obrony przed czarną magią.
Revelio.
O, herbatka u tatka. Dobra, wchodzimy do naszej nowej misji, czyli nauka przed czarną magią.
See you, my young friend.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Tak, przyklej staruszko głowę.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
To już znamy, nie?
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ekstra to wygląda, drodzy Państwo, trzeba przyznać. Bardzo fajnie. Nie spodziewałem się, że przy tym tytule tak dobrze będę się bawił.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master Pruitt, so are Good. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists?
Ekstra czad, będziemy tu walczyć między sobą. Mortal Kombat dosłownie.
Using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
No, zobaczymy jak to nam pójdzie.
Levioso! Good form. I know. Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say Levioso!
Joy and life is yours. If only all of my students were this adept. Try to anticipate your opponent's
Not
next
bad
move.
for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Tup, 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 tup.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Czekamy zdecydowanie na dodatkowe zadania.
Class is dismissed.
Kurczę, z wszystkimi NPC tutaj możemy pogadać.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Intrygująco, zdecydowanie.
And unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
See you. Misja ukończona. Zajęcia z obrony przed czarną magią. Trofeum za to. Punkty życia zwiększone. Elegancko. I tutaj na mapie mogliśmy śledzić. Ja bym chciał jeszcze tej magii. Zajęcia zaklęć sobie. Gdzieś na górę. Czy my mamy tu jakieś schody? Trochę na początku będziemy z pewnością się tu gubili. Raczej nie bardzo, nie ma schodów. Ale okej, na minimapie można śledzić, którędy dotrzeć.
Revelio.
Trzeba się z pewnością nauczyć, po czym rozpoznawać te znajdźki. Kurde, tu możemy czary przypisywać. Jaki czad. O cholipa, tego sporo tu będzie od groma.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented fuel.
Ja nie wiem, czy w początkowym etapie ja bym nie chciał tutaj generalnie zwiedzać tego wszystkiego, a później korzystać z szybkiej podróży. Jeszcze wyżej. Dobrze. Zatem gro zgodnie z twoimi wskazówkami.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
No nie gadaj, że taka młoda nas będzie uczyć tutaj magii.
I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Jednak nie. Jednak nie.
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Dobra, czyli to takie zakręcie.
Accio!
Achio! Krecik.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Czyli będziemy mieli okazję teraz zobaczyć, jak wszystko poza tą szkołą, uczelnią wygląda. Mam nadzieję, że ten otwarty świat nas nie zawiedzie, tak jak miało to miejsce w Forspoken, gdzie był bardzo pusty.
Hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
I że co ja mam ogarnąć tu, profesorku? Co pewnie krzyżyk będzie.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the luckiest possible moment. Excellent. Stay focused. Splendid! Very good.
80 punktów jak na pierwszy raz, chyba całkiem zacnie.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Żółtodziołowi.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Clear, clear.
Here we go.
O cholipa, dobra jest skubana.
That is how it's done.
Accio!
Excellent.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio!
Wyleci! Nie, 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 nie.
Well done. Let us see this. Phew.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Chciałem wybić w sumie tą kulę naszej koleżanki, piłkę. Średnio mi to wyszło.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Kurde! Chciałem wybić tą kulę. Aj, musicie mi wybaczyć. Przedobrzyć też jest niedobrze, nie?
There we go.
Aj, zasłaniasz mi teraz głową, koleżanko.
Splendid!
Let us see this.
Dobry wynik. Ale co? To ja nie mogę jej wybić. Jeżeli już zdobyła punkty, to już je ma. No niestety, przegraliśmy.
Good, both of you. Well done.
Szkoda. Bo tutaj ciężko wygrać, nie? Trudno się mówi, następny raz będzie lepszy.
Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Do następnego, koleżanko.
Of course. You can use
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Dzięki. I kolejna z misji ukończona. Na razie muszę powiedzieć Państwu, że to bardzo obiecująco wygląda i bardzo dobrze. Ja się świetnie bawię. Mam nadzieję, że Państwo oglądając mnie równie dobrze się bawią. Jeżeli tak jest, zostawcie koniecznie łapkę w górę i suba. Cześć!